Hello, and welcome to the Butterfly Empire. It is me, your Butterfly Queen. And today, we have murder, mystery, coffee, and your mom, of course, if you're drunker, your dad only if he is cool enough. We have the murder of Tristyn Bailey today. Okay. The murder of Tristyn Bailey took place May 9th, 2021 on Mother's Day, Florida. Tristyn Bailey, a 13-year-old middle schooler and a cheerleader, was murdered by Aiden Fucci, a 14-year-old schoolmate. Bailey was reported missing by her family that morning. They found her body. She was in a wooded area near St. John's. Her body had 114 stab wounds. So, pretty much this guy, Aiden, was one of those, like, Jeffrey Dahmer kind. Always wondered what it was like to kill a body. What it would feel like, you know? Just amused with death. And he had 2 pocket knives. One he named Poker, the other one called Stabby, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he had a girlfriend, you know, and the way he would treat his girlfriend, like, she thought he was just playing. He would, put his hand around her throat. He would hold the knife, pretend he was slicing her throat, Just crazy. So, let's jump back into it. A residential surveillance camera recorded Bailey walking around 1:45 a.m. with Fucci. A later recording showed Fucci running alone with his shoes in his hand. This led investigators to visit Fucci's house to search for evidence. On May 10th, investigators searched Fucci's house, where bloody clothes were found in his room, and in the bathroom sink, a knife with a fragment of tip missing was found near her body. Matching DNA to Bailey and Fucci, who was arrested on charges for her murder. Okay. Background on Tristyn. Born in Singapore on January 18, 2008, to Forrest and Stacy Bailey. She was the youngest of 5 children. Tristyn spent her first 4 years in Singapore. Family and friends describe her as an energetic young girl who always stood up for her friends. She was just a powerful child that was able to give a lot to so many. She was in 7th grade. Okay. Disappearance. At 9 a.m., May 9th, 2021, the Bailey family was preparing to celebrate Mother's Day. One of Bailey's siblings went to her room to wake her up and discovered that Bailey was missing. After a short search of the immediate surrounding area, her mother, Stacy, called 911 to report her daughter missing. So, a friend of Fucci said that Fucci had asked Bailey for her phone number. Fucci called Bailey and convinced her to leave her home to go see a friend at 1:45 a.m. A residential surveillance camera recorded 2 people walking east on Sandalstone Drive, strongly believed to be Fucci and Bailey. At 3:27, the camera recorded a subject running towards the west, carrying a pair of white shoes. So, the deputy interviewed Apshner later that afternoon said that Fucci and Bailey had been at his house and left together. Fucci confirmed being with Bailey at Apshner's house and stated that they left around 1:10 a.m. Fucci initially claimed to have walked with Tristyn along the parkway until she turned on a drive. I can't. Quillister Bain. There you go. To go home. He stated that he walked around for some time and then arrived home around 3:30 a.m. noting that the distance between Apster and Fucci's home is roughly a 30-minute walk. Investigators pressed for details. At this point, Fucci changed his story, stating that he and Bailey got into an altercation after she attempted to touch his private parts. He claimed to have pushed her away, which caused her to fall and hit her head. After the investigation and irrigation while in the back seat of the patrol, Fucci took images and videos, publishing the imagery on the social media app Snapchat. In one picture, Fucci captioned an image, "Hey guys, has anybody seen Tristyn lately?" In a video, he said, "We're having fun in an effing cop car. Tristyn, if you walk out, the damn video cuts out." Around 6 p.m. on May 9th, a resident was walking through a wooded area at the end of Saddleton Drive. Upon reaching a retention pond, he found the dead body of a girl around 8 p.m. It was confirmed the body was Tristyn Bailey. She had 114 wounds, 49 of which were defensive. Her body was found with the word karma written on the inside of her left ankle and a smiley face drawn on her right ankle, but it is not known who wrote it. A buck knife was missing, with a missing tip in the pond near the body matched a fragment lodged in Bailey's scalp. Okay. It was said that it was done for no reason than to satisfy this defendant's internal desire to feel what it's like to kill someone. It was committed in cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense of moral and legal justification. So if I remember correctly, he would always talk about how he would get away with murder. He would take someone to the woods, he would stab them, he would leave their body there, walk away, and he would get away with it. And he had talked about that multiple times, like to a T of how he actually killed her. So. Okay, this is the story right here I was just talking about. Fucci's girlfriend and other friends told investigators that Fucci often talked about killing people and specifically said he planned to drag a random person into the woods and stab them. While the records of the minors, under the age of 18 are sealed, he did not have no prior arrest record. Autopsy revealed that Tristyn had 114 stab or cutting wounds around her head, neck, shoulders, and arms, hands, and back. At least 49 of them were defensive wounds. You know, defensive means you try to fight off, don't stab me. Okay. In his home were wet shoes and clothing with blood on them in his room, blood and dirt on the drain by the bathroom sink, and wet denim jeans in the laundry basket. And empty. Okay, we're going to pause there. Hold on. If I remember correctly, there's a video inside of his house, like from like security cameras and whatnot, showing his mother washed those blue jeans. His mother. You know, mother always wants to protect her child. Okay. An empty knife sheath was found in the room, and a notebook with violent drawings. Cell phone records and emails, Snapchats, recorded phone calls, and texts from jail and interviews with friends, family, teachers, and fellow inmates are all further evidence in this case. There was one drawing found in Aiden Fucci's bedroom during the investigation of Tristyn Bailey's stabbing death. In interviews with investigators, Fucci's girlfriend said he often carried a knife with him and talked about killing people and even her. He would come up from behind her and pretend to slice her throat. But she and other friends said they never took it seriously. She also said he claimed to hear voices in his head when he was angry. He did it to tell the court he was on antidepressants. But he did tell the court, sorry. And I remember when in his court thing, when he first got it, it was during the time where they did the court sessions on video. You know, them in jail, people are... He would act like he was hearing voices, talking to people, I want to say. He would try to talk to the voices in his head to make him sound crazy so he can get away with it. There was that time, but people would in the jail said that he didn't do that at all. People at home said he didn't do it at all, so that was ruled out. So. Okay. Fucci's best friend and girlfriend each described him having a fascination with knives, carrying one with him and show them off. He even named them Picker and Poker. That's what it was. I knew it was something. I knew the poker, but I didn't know the picker. I thought it was like stabby or something. But no, Picker and Poker. Okay, this is what I was speaking of. I'm glad they are covering this of everything I've talked about to give you more detail on it. Video surveillance at the Fucci home the day after the killing captured Crystal Lane Smith, Fucci's mother, taking a pair of jeans from Fucci's bedroom in the adjacent bathroom, and video appears to show her scrubbing the jeans. They found blood in the sink that tested positive. So you guys, if you try to wash something out or wash something off, there's always gonna be the remnants of like blood in the drain, and they can literally test for that, even if you miss one little speck. The sheriff office incident reports documents multiple instances of Fucci being involved in fights, having contraband, bullying inmates out of their commissary items, threatening them, being combative with the guards, and making threats against them. He has had to be pepper sprayed and restrained on more than one occasion. An inmate also said Fucci asserted that he was real because he stabbed the girl face to face, unlike others who resorted to shooting someone. Although he was charged as an adult with first-degree murder due to being a juvenile, he is not eligible for a death penalty. He does face 40 years to life in prison after serving 25 years life term. The judge can review the possibility of a lighter sentence according to the Florida law. Let me see if I can find